aircraft, one located in the forward part of the cabin, two in the very back. Each of our lavatories have also been fitted with
to
an
Romance
information table,
Unscripted.
in addition to a
Alex darted through the bustling city streets, his breath coming in short, sharp bursts. The shrill whistle of the train echoed in the distance as he pushed past pedestrians. His eyes locked on the station entrance. He'd misjudged the time, and now, with only seconds to spare, every step felt heavier. Finally reaching the platform, he glanced up to see the train's doors beginning to close. With a final burst of speed, he leapt forward, slipping inside just before the doors shut with a metallic hiss. Catching his breath, he leaned against a pole and glanced around, his pulse still racing from the sprint. As the train jolted into motion, Alex's eyes were drawn to a familiar face across the aisle. There, seated and reading a book, was Tracy, the girl from Central High who had captivated his heart years ago. They hadn't seen each other since graduation, and her presence was like a scene out of a long-forgotten dream. Tracy looked up from her book, her eyes widening in surprise. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Time seemed to fold in on itself, pulling them back to their teenage days filled with fleeting glances and whispered conversations between classes. "Alex?" Tracy finally asked, a smile tugging at the corners of her lips. "Tracy," he replied, his voice cracking slightly. "I can't believe it's you." The train swayed gently as they talked, their conversation flowing effortlessly as if no time had passed at all. They exchanged stories about their lives since high school, shared laughter over old memories, and marveled at the serendipity that had brought them together on this very train. When the train neared their stop, Alex felt a pang of reluctance to part ways. Tracy seemed to sense it too, as she glanced at him with a hopeful expression. "Maybe we could meet up for coffee sometime?" she suggested. Alex's heart leapt. "I'd like that." As they stepped off the train, the city felt a little brighter, and Alex realized that sometimes life's unexpected moments can bring back the most cherished connections.